Raghuram Rajan first rose to public fame when the news of his accurate prediction of the global financial crisis came to the fore. Following that, he established his image as an economist, which earned him many laurels, including the most coveted post in the India's economic space, that of RBI governor. After his governorship ended, the man has often been accused of having political aspirations, which is almost an unforgivable sin in the academic world. Namaste and welcome to TFI Post. I am your host Savita Mishra. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you are watching us on Facebook, do like, share and follow the page. Let's begin. Recently, Raghuram Rajan was in Davos. Rahul Kanwal of India's Today interviewed him mostly on economic affairs. He started with an appreciation of the Modi government's efforts on the hardcore infrastructure front like roads and railways among others. But Rajan is not happy with soft infrastructure. He is not happy with India's using tariffs. Rajan said that tariffs not only stop imports but they also do the same for exports. The rationale behind it is that any country doesn't have cheap availability of every raw material. So availing raw materials at low cost should be the way forward for an efficient export. Rajan is right. According to the established wisdom, the problem is that India's import basket has shifted after it started to participate in tariff games. Take for instance our trade with China. After India's imposed tariffs on its final product, China started to push raw materials into India. The percentage share of the capital and industrial goods is increasing in our Chinese imports. In fiscal year 2022, China accounted for 40% of all goods imported for use in our manufacturing industry. Rahul Kanwal also cited India's electronic manufacturing as evidence. Then Rajan countered it by saying that it is highly subsidy-driven. Hinting towards schemes like PLI, Rajan said it is yet to be seen how many companies would come to India without subsidies. The problem with Rajan's argument is that it's impractical. Initial years of every industry in a country is largely government subsidy driven. It's either direct government involvement or indirect support through authoritarian control over cheap labor and infrastructure like that of China. After a few years of support, democracies leave the private sector on its own, while autocracies like China don't. To refute Rajan's argument, Rahul told him that even Americans are doing the same for their semiconductor industry. Rajan quickly turned to India's semiconductor industry and questioned the wisdom of including big industrial conglomerates in the manufacturing process. He was oblivious to the fact that Foxconn, an established name, had joined hands with Vedanta. Rajan then criticized it on the basis of its low job-generating potential. He solely concentrated on direct, high-tech and high-quality job creation. He conveniently forgets that thousands of ancillary jobs are generated by it. A $3 billion semiconductor project in Mysuru is supposed to feed more than 11,500 families. Rajan believes that India's semiconductor journey will meet China's fate. The problem is that China's journey was halted by first Trump's sanction and then Biden's CHIPS Act. As of now, there is no such concern with India. Rahul's contention was that China failed because it is a closed society while India has a democratic system that is open to innovation. It is not clear whether Rajan agreed to China's failure, but he did pitch for the innovation and research. The crux of his logic was to slow down on manufacturing and divert the massive fund somewhere else. Even in the past, Rajan has not been particularly supportive of India's manufacturing dream. He once asked India to prioritize environmental concerns of the West over job demands of its own population. That assertion was in line with Rajan's established image as a constant critic of the Modi government's economic policies. In the past few years, Rajan's economic prognosis has started to belie economic as well as common sense. Many believe that it is because Rajan has started to spend more time with politicians than economists. It is definitely not what Rajan is saying in interviews, but facts stands opposite to it.